My mom used to always tell me, son, trouble is easy to get into, hard to get out of. And just think about how hard it is to exist in today's world, especially as a man. You have to work hard, be consistent, build yourself up, save money, reinvest the money, not splurge it, not get things, suffer until you hit a certain point, then you suffer some more to get to the next level. That's how hard it is being a man. It's hard to get there, but it's easy to give it all away. Now, I want to talk to a lot of you guys out there who are in things like the military, law enforcement, any kind of business. Guys, give yourselves a round of applause. I seriously mean it, because it's hard to do those jobs. You've worked day in and day out to be where you are at. My question is to you, do you want to give it all away for nothing? Apparently, many men do. Dima, rewind! Now we're in Laverne, Tennessee. Small city, small town, but people like it. Has that kind of, good old boy kind of feel. Country music, Dima! That's Laverne, Tennessee, right? And it's a nice city, has a somewhat of a large African-American population, a white population. Looks like to me, people are living there in harmony. And then there's this Caucasian cop. Her name is Megan Hall. And if you can see her right there, that's her taking her pledge to be a great officer. And she is married. Can I get the dun 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 sound effect? Looks like Megan Hall is a booty clap herself. She is actually thoughting it up with not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but 6 officers. And I'll tell you a little bit more about it, but let's actually play the news clip and then we'll come back.
Shocked and disappointed. That's the word from one city leader as several Laverne police officers are off the job, all linked to a sexual misconduct scandal. Good evening. I'm Vicki Yates.
And I'm Rory Johnston. Tonight, News Channel 5's Nick Barris shares the very latest developments as this investigation continues.
Several Laverne police officers here are caught up in something of a scandal. Everything from inappropriate sexual conduct, sexual harassment, lying, and word is, that's not the end of it.
Shocked and overall disappointed with our police department and what's happened.
Newly elected Alderman Kara Hobbs says since the story broke on Friday, she's been flooded with constituent calls.
It's been really frustrating from a leadership standpoint to have citizens' questions and concerns regarding this, and I'm learning the details right along with the general public.
Here is what we know. An internal investigative report documents explicit and graphic detail of officers involved in sexual misconduct, some of it happening while on duty and on city property. 5 have been fired: Patrol Officer Megan Hall, Patrol Officer Juan Lugo Perez, Sergeant Lewis Powell, Detective Seneca Shields, and Sergeant Henry Ty McGowan. 3 others have been suspended: K-9 Officer Larry Holliday, Patrol Officer Patrick Magliocco, and Patrol Officer Gavin Schoberl. Hobbs says details of the investigation made public so far have shaken public confidence in the PD.
There's definitely going to be a time period where we're going to have to really emphasize rebuilding the trust of our community. Yeah.
Police Chief Chip Davis issued a statement saying, in part, the actions of a few do not represent the entire department. The situation will be addressed internally, and that counselors are being brought in to help officers. He also says there is sufficient staff remaining to cover all patrol shifts. At this point, these are all internal police department violations, but I did talk to the Rutherford County District Attorney. He says at this point there's no evidence of criminal activity, but it's something he will be watching very closely. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
All right, Nick, thank you. By the way, Laverne's mayor, Jason Cole, said he thinks the situation is unacceptable. His top priority is rebuilding the trust between the department and the public. You can read more on the report right now on newschannel5.com.
So guys, you've seen that. There's 3 guys who actually also, were dealing with her, but they got to be suspended. The cops that got fired, Seneca Shields and Lewis Powell was actually her high-ranking commanding officer. They were involved in this too. And that's kind of what I want to deal with. I don't really care about the other guys. I mean, I can because they're still men, but it hurts me the most because these are two African-American men in a small city where they're probably married, they have ties to the community, and then they get fired for dealing with this. Now, before I play this clip, I want to talk about what happened down at LSU where the wide receivers coach allegedly and his teammates, or his wide receiver coach, ran a train on a young lady that was a recruiting student down there. This is actually a true story. This was just about a few weeks ago. It was a big scandal. Let's play that clip.
Did you see what's going on at LSU right now?
No, I've seen a TikTok, but I didn't get to watch it. What's going on?
Bro, the rumor is, and it's coming out to be true, at the SEC championship game, their receiver coach, their director of player personnel, their star receiver, Keyshawn Boutte, and one other guy all ran a train on one of their recruiting girls at the hotel.
Wait.
The coach and his player ran a train on a recruiting girl.
Wait, the coach and say who?
It was a coach, a director of player personnel, some other dude, and their starting receiver, their star receiver. Like the coach and the receiver were fucking a girl together.
So they're sitting in there battling swords with this recruiting girl. And it was bizarre because that kid, Keyshawn Boutte, he announced he was going to return for his senior year. He wasn't going to go to the NFL. And then like a week later, after the SEC championship game, he said, never mind, I'm opting out of my bowl game. I'm going to the NFL. Everyone's like, what the fuck? Why? Come to find out, he got kicked off the team. And the girl just resigned. What?
Wild shit. I've never heard anything like it.
So this girl's working there.
A girl that works there. I can't even fathom it. I can't even imagine. Like me and one of my players running a train on a girl that works at Ohio State. What the fuck?
Yeah, Doc, there's no way you're going to be in the same room with me and a female player.
No.
But Zach, that ties up this generation. That ties up what we're seeing, though. Not the generation. It ties up what we're seeing, I guess, this era. Like, these coaches want to be these kids' homies.
Yeah, oh yeah.
More than ever before.
There's no doubt. It's honestly, it's been a trend for a while, right? It's go out and get these young coaches that can relate to kids in recruiting, and they talk that talk. They act like they're boys with them to try to get them to sign, and then they don't turn that shit off. They just remain like they're boys, like that's their homie, like you said. And it's just, that's not a football coach.
Of course, the wide receiver coach was black. Now, let's kind of rewind, Diva. Let's go back to these two brothers here, Seneca Shields and Lewis Powell. All right. I want to tell black men a story. Story time, music, Diva. This was last year when Ukraine-Russian war was happening. And as you know, a lot of Ukrainians were coming into Poland. About 1 million of them came into Poland. I happened to be there toward the end of that run. And my mom was like, O'Shea, you need to get out of there because, it might be dangerous and you don't need to be there. And I was like, well, Mom, you shouldn't have to worry about me. I'm an American citizen. I can just go down to the American embassy and be okay. She said, but son, you forget. You're a black man. Right? Always remember that. As much as you have an American passport and you're doing very well financially, or however you want to be doing, you are a black man in America. You're a black man in Europe. Ain't the same as a white person stuck in Poland when you're a black man. Always remember that. That touched me very dearly as I want to talk to a lot of you black people here today. I don't care how many strides we have made in this country as a group of people. The ones who are getting fired, and there's some white ones getting fired, but the ones suspended ain't none of them black. Is you who's going. Especially in these states like Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi. You guys think it's a game? And if this young lady, is she worth you losing your job? Is she worth? And these are older brothers. Y'all not 20-year-old men. Is it worth that? To give up everything you've worked for? Give up your pension? You have mortgages? You got families? Is it worth it? See, men in general have to understand that, just because a good time doesn't equal a long time, you should always stay away from messaging ladies at your job. Stay away from it, man. Seriously, don't mess with women you work with. I don't care if they want to give it to you or not. If that's how you make your money, you stay away from it. Period. If you want to do something, go do it someplace else. But for God's sake, okay, stop this. Otherwise, you brothers are going to have issues like these guys. Work hard for all that time just to give it away. Like Ime Udoka, give it all away. Black men having sex with a white woman, you'll never, I don't think you could ever come back from that. It's not a crime, but it is something that'll get you fired. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.